Sometimes the most painful losses in football don't happen on the field. They happen in rooms where names are read, doors are closed, and legends are told to wait. And once again, Darren Woodson is standing on the doorstep of football immortality, and once again, his name wasn't called. Before we start, leave a like and subscribe to Cowboys Central, daily fan-driven Cowboys news, real talk, real stories, no corporate media. For the fourth straight year, Darren Woodson was a finalist for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and for the fourth straight year, he was left off the ballot. 4 years in a row, 4 times that close, 4 times hearing the same silence. And yet, what makes this story powerful isn't the rejection, it's the response. Woodson didn't complain, he didn't campaign, he didn't attack the system, he didn't blame voters, he didn't play politics. He stood in dignity. I'm not going to campaign. I'm not going to do little things to bring attention to me. I've never been that way, and I'm not going to be that way, Woodson said. When it doesn't happen, the birds are going to chirp the next day, and I'm going to run my businesses the next day. Life is going to go on. Do I want it? Yeah, of course, but it's not going to break me. That sentence alone tells you everything about who Darren Woodson is. This is a man who built his career on silence, work, discipline, and respect for the game. While fans are furious, while supporters are angry at the voting process, while debates explode online, Woodson stays calm, Woodson stays composed, Woodson stays respectful. I don't take shots at the voting process, he said. There's a code to the process. You get a call, they tell you if you made it or didn't. Whoever gets in should be honored. It's not about the guys going in. If you don't get in, it sucks, but you still honor the guys who did make it. We should be celebrating those guys. That's leadership. That's class. That's legacy behavior. This year, the Hall of Fame class includes legends like Larry Fitzgerald, Drew Brees, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, and Roger Craig. All deserving, all great, all respected. But so is Darren Woodson, and the numbers prove it. 5-time Pro Bowler, defensive leader of the Cowboys throughout the 1990s, all-time leading tackler in Dallas Cowboys history, second all-time in special teams tackles, only player in Cowboys history to play under 5 different head coaches, Jimmy Johnson, Barry Switzer, Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, and Bill Parcells. That's not longevity, that's relevance, that's adaptability, that's consistency across eras. But Woodson's greatness goes beyond stats. He didn't play one position, he played football. Slot corner, safety, hybrid defender, special teams leader, coverage, run support, blitzing, leadership. He started Super Bowls. He played special teams for 11 seasons. He lined up wherever the team needed him. He adapted to every system, every coach, every scheme. He was the definition of utility before the league even popularized the term. I played multiple positions. I didn't play one single position, Woodson said. I covered the slot. I played safety. I ran down on special teams for 11 years. I'm second all-time in special teams tackles and first all-time in defensive tackles for the Cowboys. I played so many games, did so many things for the organization, and we won. And that's the part that hurts. Not ego, not fame, not image, recognition. I think the pain point is where you say, I've done so much, didn't you see that? And a lot of times they don't. That's the real wound, not rejection, invisibility. Darren Woodson isn't asking for sympathy, he isn't asking for attention, he isn't begging for votes. He's standing on a career that speaks for itself. And that's the tragedy of Hall of Fame politics. Not every legend fits into simple stat categories. Not every great fits into highlight reels. Not every impact shows up in box scores. Some players define eras. Some define cultures. Some define locker rooms. Some define standards. That was Darren Woodson. The Cowboys of the 90s weren't just built on stars. They were built on structure, leadership, discipline, identity. Woodson was that backbone. This story isn't just about a snub. It's about how the game remembers its warriors. It's about how leadership gets measured. It's about how legacy gets evaluated. It's about how value gets defined. And the truth is, football history is full of players who weren't celebrated fast enough. But history has a long memory. Darren Woodson's head stays high because his legacy is already written, not by voters, not by committees, not by ballots, by teammates, by championships, by locker rooms, by film, by culture, by impact. The Hall of Fame is a building. Legacy is bigger than a building.
And one day, the right people will see what Cowboys fans already know, that Darren Woodson didn't just play for the Cowboys, he helped define them. And until that gold jacket comes, his legacy doesn't shrink, it grows. Because real legends don't need validation to exist. They're already written into the story of the game. And Cowboys Central will always tell those stories, from a fan's voice, from a real perspective, from the culture, from the legacy. Because Cowboys history isn't just about rings, it's about men who built the foundation. And Darren Woodson is one of them.